Welcome back to my Napoli Football Manager 2018 series, where today it's the last match of our first season in charge of Napoli. Now, I emphasise the word first because we are going to be doing a second season with Napoli. 75% of you voted yes in my question from episode 11, asking if I should do another season. I think it's a good idea actually, because we've won the league, no surprises there, but we didn't win the Champions League. We got to the quarter-final stage. We were close, but not quite close enough. And we also failed miserably in the Italian Cup as well. It would be nice to win the Champions League with Napoli. I'm going to give it another go next season. Probably likely just to do one more season. Hopefully it won't be worse than the first season, although it's going to be difficult to actually be much better because with one game to go, 97 points. Today we have the chance to get to a magical 100 points by beating Bologna. We've gone unbeaten, so let's not screw it up on the last day, please. We're against 11th, a team 11th in the table. Bologna have done all right, but we should be beating them relatively comfortably. The relegation place has already been decided. In fact, there's only 2 games left to be played. We have the chance to finish 17 points clear of Juventus if we manage to win this game. It really has been quite a remarkable season. Please hit that like button, by the way, if you're looking forward to a second season with Napoli. It will be kind of a background save, because I'm going to be, as I already revealed, I'm going to do a Score 1, Steal 1 series. That will be my first main series. Haven't decided which team yet. I really should decide, because the full game is coming out on Friday, and it would be nice to get episode 1 up quite soon after that. Additionally, I will be starting Football Manager Experiments again. They will be coming back very soon after release, because the edit comes out then. So I'll be editing away, creating I'm not going to reveal my first experiment, but it's an old one. I think you can probably guess, in fact, because I did it quite often. The only game I haven't done it on, in fact, is FM17. So since the last video where we disappointingly were knocked out by PSG, they were an incredibly powerful team. It was very difficult to stop them, and they scored 7 goals against us. So it just shows the quality they have, considering we have easily the best defence in the league this season. So we have managed to win the last 5 games. We beat Benevento 2-0. They went down to 10 men, which made it a little bit easier for us. Giaccherini and Mertens with the goals. Genoa, we had to come from behind. It was a little bit tricky this game. They went 1-0 up in the second half. But fortunately, Hamšík and Milik with a last-minute goal coming off the bench to get us the 3 points and keep our unbeaten run going. We then beat Verona 2-1, Insigne and Mertens with goals in this one. Cagliari 2-0 win against the 10-man team once again. Hamšík with a penalty in the first half. Milik coming off the bench again to score. And then against Sassuolo, 3-0 win, but really unusual goal scorers. Once again, another red card for the opposition. Alfred Duncan, what a name, by the way. I need to look him up. Which national? He's Ghanaian, but Alfred Duncan, that is incredible. 3-0. Unusual goal scorers, as I was saying. Andreas Christensen with his first 2 goals for the club. And Hisai. I'm still getting it wrong because people keep telling me to pronounce it different ways. I'm going with Hisai for now, but maybe that's probably wrong. I'm sorry. Maybe I would pronounce him, I would just call him by his first name, but I don't know how to pronounce it either. Anywho, let's get on with this last game of the season then. Oh, there is one more poll for you to vote on in the video. There's a little button that appears in the corner. If it doesn't appear, just click on it and there should be an option to vote. Now, the vote is, do I sign Aaron Lennon on a permanent deal? He doesn't necessarily have to be first choice right winger. Like, we can try and find a much better right winger. But do you want me to sign him next season? Now, to be fair here, I know people are upset that I signed Lennon. People are upset that I signed Lallana as a friend for Lennon because they're English players, and I'm doing a non-English save, so we should be signing other interesting players. But Lennon was kind of a jokey signing, and also a desperate signing because I really needed another right midfielder. But he has been fantastic. He's got the highest average rating out of any player in the team from 26 starts and 1 sub-appearance. He was injured for a long time as well, remember. 6 assists, not bad, only 1 goal, but he has been really good down that right-hand side. Proof of that is that average rating. So, do I sign him on a permanent deal from Everton? In fact, is his contract up? His contract at Everton runs out. No, it's not up. Nowhere near. In fact, he's only just started a new contract, which is really strange. But yeah, so that means I don't know how much he'll cost. How much is he worth? He's actually worth 14.5 million. So he's probably going to cost close to 20 million to sign him. So that might be another reason not to sign him. So just let me know, yes or no, in that poll, should I sign Aaron Lennon for our second season? He won't necessarily have to be our first choice right midfielder. I'm guessing most of you are going to say no, simply because he's English. And I don't mean that you're anti-English or anything by doing that, but I understand that you want me to sign some players that I'm not necessarily used to. I completely get that. So if you don't want me to sign Aaron Lennon, fair enough. But remember, he has been a great player this season for us. Let's get on with this game. In fact, can I put any more players on the bench? No. We'll just go ahead. I just find it pretty funny that he's our best player this season in terms of average rating. Mertens, of course, our top goal scorer. He's currently on 27 goals. And Insigne is our most assists at the moment with 14. But he's not that far ahead of Rog and Hamsik. Rog was brilliant at the start of the season, and he's quietly gone about his business. He's never really had a bad game. This is when he gets sent off, isn't it? That's wrong. Oh, right. Bologna come into this one 10th in the form table. We're second. That was a bit misleading. I thought it said we were second in the table. We're second in the form table. I get it. Okay. We can't underestimate them. I like a good bit of bolognese, I do. I prefer pasta bolognese, though. Did I do team instructions? I think I did. Yeah, spaghetti bolognese. It's just so difficult to eat. So pasta bolognese, any type of shape, don't really care. It's much better, even though it tastes the same. Well, that's the whole point, I think. Pasta tastes the same as spaghetti. What's the point in eating spaghetti? It just goes everywhere. It's really hard to eat. You might as well just have some pasta shell things like fusilli or any other ones that I can't remember the names of. Well, this is boring. They've had an injury. But, yeah, it's a boring... In fact, it's probably because I've got it on counter. We're going to go attacking for the last 8. Now, I will be uploading a tactics video. People have been asking for it. It is very similar to the Man City tactic that I uploaded already, but we, of course, have 2 different tactics with Napoli. Very similar, to be fair. But I will upload them in a separate video very shortly, and I'll just talk you through the tactics. This is boring. Come on, give us some excitement for the last day of the season, guys. Maybe I'll do some team instructions to make it a little bit more exciting for the second half. We dominated. They've literally done nothing. I'm going to assertively say I'm not happy with the performance out there. That's motivated them. Let's go to the tactics view. And what I will do is we will roam from position. We will prevent short goalkeeper distribution. They're obviously not coming out wanting to play out. So we'll just try and prevent them from keeping it at the back, I suppose. And we'll get stuck in. Let's just properly go for it. And here we go. In the second half, will we finally have a highlight? Maybe this is a highlight, but it's more likely to be, yep, that. Just that initial kickoff highlight that you get. Mertens not playing particularly well today, but I don't have any evidence for that because we've not seen anything. I know I've got it on key highlights, but surely we'd have seen something by now. Here we go. First highlight of the game. Here's Marco Rog into Hamsik. There we go. 1-0 up. Headed away. That free kick was headed away. Rog then played it into Hamsik. Good shot across from the tight angle. And we're 1-0 up. Finally, something to shout about today. Look at that brick wall. That's a good dugout, isn't it? Here's Mertens looking for a second straight away. Good save by the keeper. And, I thought there was going to be an opportunity there. The defender missed the ball, I think. However, Bologna survive. Lallana is injured, by the way, once again. Perhaps it wasn't the wisest of signing Adam Lallana. He's basically back up for Hamsik. It's fair enough. The ideal team is to have 2 good players in every position. So we've improved that, haven't we? Mertens is not playing well. I'm going to bring on Milik. He's impressed me lately. So he's coming on. Koulibaly on a yellow and not having a very good game. I'm going to bring on Malang Sarr and swap him with Christensen. Let's get this party started then, guys. We've already celebrated the title win, but I think we can properly celebrate now that this is our last day of the season. Can we make it 2? Here's Rog, out wide to Insigne. Rog It finds Insigne once again, crosses. It's a poor cross, but the keeper just made a meal of it. Made a bolognese out of that, didn't he? Insigne crosses it in. It's back to Diawara, who's running about 1 mile an hour to get after that. Rog, oh no, Milik should really have got on the end of that ball. It was a good ball in from Rog. It's been a bit more exciting in the second half, but not massively. Last sub. Insigne's not been particularly good today. I'm going to throw on Leandrinho, the Brazilian. See what he can do. Maybe next season I should focus on the youth a bit more. The challenge for next season, win the Champions League. So we need to sign players that are better than the likes of PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Or just hope, or fine-tune the tactic for the Champions League, I guess, when we're playing against really, really top teams. But that's it for Season 1. It's been a very productive season, winning the league. Unbeaten. Unbeaten in the league. What an achievement. In fact, I'm going to be really modest here. An entire season unbeaten with Manchester City, an entire league season unbeaten with Napoli. I think that's pretty impressive. I know they are good teams. The next challenge is to do it with a weaker team. Next challenge, do it with score one, steal one. That's never going to happen. Never going to happen in a million years. Next challenge, go a second season unbeaten with Napoli, I suppose. This is how the season finishes then, 100 points. That's so pleasing to see. 100 points. Mertens isn't top goal scorer though. 19 goals. He's second on Player of the Match award as well. Hamsik, much better in the second half of the season. In fact, he's joint at top assists at the end. Reina with the most clean sheets. It was pretty ridiculous. We only conceded 15 goals all season in 38 games. How is that even possible? How have we done that? Wow. We scored 72, which is the second best in the league as well. Only 2 less than Juventus. And finished 17 points ahead of Juventus. Let's just analyse the players then. Let's have a look. So Aaron Lennon did actually finish top of the average rating list. 7.37. Ahead of Insigne and Mertens, who were phenomenal for us, of course, this season. I guess Lennon was just quite consistent down that right-hand side. Amazing stuff, though. The worst was Leandrinho. We can't really hold it against him. Malang Sarr, our new French wonder kid signing. Jorginho came off the bench in pretty much every game, so can't really count him either. No one really played badly. Let's be honest. We won the league. By winning, if you win the league, you can't really have a bad egg in there. Otherwise, it does upset things. Goals-wise, Mertens, top goal scorer, 27 goals this season in 41 starts from 4 sub-appearances. Not quite as clinical as Aguero with my Man City tactic, but he certainly played very, very well. Insigne, the inside forward, 16 goals. Hamsik ended up with 15. Milik got 11, which is not bad considering 13 starts, 20 of those games off the bench, and often was in the last 10 minutes or so. So I think 11 goals is a good return from him. Rog got 6, Giaccherini got 5, and then a few goals from the other guys as well. Assists-wise, Insigne was top with 14, then it was Rog, 13 assists, he got 1 in the last game, and then Hamsik with 12. And Mertens also provided 9 goals, not bad from him. Special mention though to Reina, really good performances from him. 51 games, he played every single game I think, he must have done, yeah. Because Sepe never played and he's pretty angry with me. That's another thing, I need to probably sign a backup goalkeeper or decide to just upgrade Reina. But Reina fits our system really well. It's going to be difficult to find another top quality sweeper keeper at a decent price as well. I don't know how much money I'll have to spend. I've got 25 million left at the moment with a lot of wage budget available, so perhaps I could... wow, what could we do? In fact, I don't have 500,000 left. I've got 300,000 left, haven't I? Like if I went to that, we've got 38 million, but then I don't have much wage budget. Anyway, that probably will change, I suppose, during the summer. So thank you for watching the first season of this Napoli Football Manager 2018 Let's Play series. Second season, the aim is to win the league again, potentially go unbeaten again. Gonna be tough though to do that a second year in a row, but really, really want to progress as far as possible in the Champions League. It would be amazing to win it. I think it's possible simply because we have built this tactic. It works well. We've got the players that fit the system. Just a few improvements in the team, I think, will be there. Maybe we'll need to get a better centre-back. Christensen's obviously going to go back to Chelsea. I don't think they'd sell him to me. So we'll need to look for someone to replace him. And a better right midfielder if you guys don't want Lennon. Vote in the poll. And maybe just a couple other superstars coming in. Until next time, enjoy Football Manager 2018. I'll see you very soon.